Let's go!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the House of Mario, episode 23. I'm your host, Drew Agnew, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Bryce DeWitt.
That's me.
That's him. And this... Whoa. Go on.
That's me.
That's him. All right.
That's me.
This episode's a bit different. It's a holiday special. We're doing a Nontendo episode where we're going to talk about anything and everything except for Nintendo and video games in general. I don't think we're going to...
I think anything can come up in the subject, but, you know... Yeah. For the most part, it's kind of just... I mean, it's the end of the year. We're not going to be able to cover any news up until this point because there's probably not going to be any. January, come along, you know, back to normal schedule and all that. But, yeah, you might as well just sit back. And, yeah.
So, Bryce, let's crack a beer.
Yep.
We're on the... Oh, God, my hands are slippery. We're on Carlton Dry at the moment.
Yeah. Just
Cheers.
Yep.
That's a pretty poor cheers.
Hang on.
Yeah,
that'll do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, whoa. All right. So, what's the first topic, Bryce? What do you want to talk about?
First topic. First of all, I just want to ask, mainly, how do you think this year's gone?
In general,
Yeah.
It's been a good year so far. I forgot if it was January or February, but went to RTX Sydney for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my second trip to Sydney. Went to see Kind of Funny at RTX. Got to meet a heap of cool people, which I'm still friends and keep in contact with now, which is awesome because we're all into podcasts and PlayStation, Nintendo, nerdy stuff. So yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, well, let's just gradually go throughout the year. What about you?
All right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's been I suppose, pretty average year for me, to be honest.
Oh.
Like, I think, you know, going through the year, honestly, especially the start of it was pretty dry. We moved earlier this year into a new house, and yeah, it's been a process of just getting it all together, making sure we're all settled and stuff like that. And I know that usually takes most people a couple months, but it's just we signed in for the long term, so
yeah,
we just
So just like basic stresses of just
organising your life.
Yeah.
You know, that's been pretty much this year in a nutshell, apart from the average.
Yeah. It's been a great year for games. Obviously not going to touch on that. We've already talked.
Oh yeah, we've talked a lot about it, but
yeah.
I mean, really, it's a good thing to talk about because obviously, as a Nintendo podcast, we don't cover a lot of like the outside. I mean, generally we go off topic and we end up doing it somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
But it's honestly been one of the best years for video games. Will you stop touching that?
I can't help myself.
All right. Yeah, it's been a damn good year for video games, honestly. Like, you know, we've had so many 90 pluses this year sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's been really hard to keep up because a lot of them are really long games and, you know.
It's been a great year to sort of start doing the podcast as well. That's one of my highlights of this year. Is just we've been like we started off doing a YouTube channel, but before the NBN sort of come around, we were limited by the amount we could upload. How long does it take for you to upload just so below
long.
HD video?
The worst part is like it would be uploaded in 720p resolution, but it wouldn't reflect like actual 720p.
Yeah. You couldn't even see our faces; it was just that blurry.
Yeah, it was fake 720 essentially. You know, without the NBN, which is honestly, it's just been a godsend.
Yeah,
you know, for this damn internet.
As non-perfect as it is, it's at least you can use it. And
at least you can go ahead and like put stuff up to YouTube and. You know, we experimented with that for a bit, obviously, and had something going for a bit. But, yeah. I feel like coming into the new year, we might be able to do a bit more with it.
Yeah.
Now that we've got the podcast up and running, you know, have a format of some kind, even if that's just week by week, we talk about bullshit.
Yeah.
You know? But I feel like we're comfortable enough with the podcast now that, like, it takes the stress off a bit.
Yeah.
Knowing that, you know, we can just go, we can record an episode and we don't have to overthink it too much. We know what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Bit more experience just talking into micro. Like, we started in this room was it 6 months ago, 7 months ago?
Yeah.
Whatever it might be. And we just had a blue snowball in the middle of us.
Yeah, on an iPad.
On an iPad, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah, it's connected to an iPad, which is nuts. You know, and now we've got like a decent microphone set up. It probably doesn't sound fantastic right now because we're, you know, makeshifting it. We're outside of our usual working environment while things are happening.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I'm in the process of moving houses, so we're just sort of taking the microphones wherever they need to go.
Yeah, working around it. It's what
Yeah.
it's been like for, I suppose, last episode and this episode. So, but yeah.
I mean, thinking back, it actually was a pretty big year for me because at the start of the year I moved out. We rented a place with my girlfriend and a roommate, and got to learn that, and obviously started the podcast, made a bunch of friends over at Sydney. Yeah, I can't really...
Had a whole bunch of guests on the episode.
Yeah,
on
started having
too.
all the guests, yeah.
Yeah.
That was this is my favourite part of that. It's just...
Absolutely.
It's a good excuse just to be able to talk to people.
Look, I love the week by week of just like chatting with you. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, don't
like,
get me wrong.
That is absolutely, like, it's one of the better parts of the week. But, you know, in saying that as well, you know, having guests on the show is damn fun.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoy meeting people and talking with them, getting their opinions and stuff like that.
Well, our first guest, Michael.
Yeah,
who you know made Hot Chocolate Party.
Yeah,
we found him on SoundCloud and we're like, really like your stuff, and we got in contact with him and we got to talk to him for an hour or two or hour and a half or whatever it was on the show.
Yeah,
and what other context would we have done that? Just like,
no, yeah, well,
hey man, I like your stuff. Can we talk for an hour on Skype? Like it wouldn't happen, would it?
No, absolutely
it's
not.
Awesome.
You know, and you know, if he is listening right now, thank you, man, because you really were like it platformed us into what we do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that experience was enough for us to realize,
good experience. So,
we love having guests on the show, and we'll do whatever we can to make it work. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's been pretty important to us as a duo.
Yeah, it's been a shame the last few months where it's just been that busy.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
hard to sync up. It's really hard to sync up time schedules.
It is, yeah.
Especially if they're American or something. Like
well, yeah. And we're at the end of the year now too, so it's a little bit harder. But going into next year, I'd love to have more people on the show. And,
we will, yeah. Sure.
I'm definitely looking forward to it, which is,
Yeah.
Which is, well, no, I don't know. It's in a small way. It's a little bit flustering to talk about because it's like there's so many people that are like I'd love to speak to on the show. You know, I speak to a lot of people, even you know, like guests that we've had. I've spoken to them. Minor points outside, whether it be Twitter conversations and stuff like that, and you know. But then I've also spoken to people that you've had on the show as well.
Yep.
When I was not present for about a month and a half, and I speak to them on Facebook through comment sections and stuff like pretty commonly. But I've never had the chance to talk to them myself, and I hope to bring those guests back one day so I can have a conversation with them. And
even just having Jono on the episode, he's never owned or really played a Nintendo game apart from the SNES Classic.
Oh yeah.
So it's cool just having a perspective, just like not a fan, doesn't play, doesn't really care.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's interesting just having that perspective.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. Oh man.
Sorry, I'm taking a drink of my beer.
That's all right.
Going ahead, I'd love to see like a bunch of new people show up on the show. And look, hey, if you are listening right now, and you're like, hey, it'd be a cool thing to do, go ahead and message us.
Yeah, for sure.
I like, to be honest, like, when you're doing an interview or whatever, or you're getting someone else's opinion, like, I think it's really important that not only do you go for people like, personalities or something like that, but like having the opinion of someone who just wants to speak their mind is also, a pretty genuine way to get a good listen out of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I go back and listen to ours as, maybe about a week or two afterwards while I'm on a driving trip or whatever I need to do.
Yeah.
And, just listening back to that kind of stuff. I've been listening to our episodes as much as I can. I've missed a couple, but it's usually just a couple, like, just between us two. I always listen to all the guest episodes again, because, you know what, they were fun to record, and they're also fun to listen to. And I hope that's the same vibe that most of you guys would get.
I listen to them a fair bit, because they're harder to edit. You got to listen to the whole thing and sync it all up and that, but it's worth it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, whatever hard work goes into it is absolutely worth it, because, you know, they're the most entertaining episodes. You know, not to say that you'd get absolutely 100% sick of us every week, but, like, you know, it's good having a different perspective on the show with two regulars that you're generally used to, and you know, it creates a whole buzz of discussion, and it's really good. You know, we had people like SpongeBev, Matty Kuma, from the Splatoon team. They jumped in and we talked a whole bunch of Splatoon stuff and got a completely different opinion from a professional side. And
I learnt to use motion controls, and I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah. See, I still haven't converted. Yeah. I don't know. It's just something about motion controls that still don't stick to me. I was
playing Uncharted Lost Legacy not long ago, and I actually did the wrist twist to do the motion aiming. I'm like, oh no.
It's ruined me.
Almost.
Yeah. Well, you know, take what you can.
I mean, those type of games, they have auto aim and stuff in it anyway.
Yeah, aim assist.
Yeah.
I mean, oh well.
Yeah.
You took something from it, you made it work, and you know, and it was damn cool talking to them as well, as people that represent Australia towards something that was, you know, quite big.
Yeah.
To be completely honest.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't get a lot of stage fright and just completely choke off that.
They said they almost did.
They almost, like, you know, that's the thing, is that it's daunting being up there in front of a crowd, and
it's actually really cool. Now they've added the video sharing to the Switch. I always see Matty Kuma and those guys sharing their battles together.
Yeah, really I catch SpongeBob's clips quite often when I'm scrolling through my Twitter feed, because he uploads quite a bit of them.
Yeah, it's cool.
Which is good, because, you know, some of them are freaking hilarious.
You just
No, it's I don't know. That was a big thing this year, in my opinion. Those little clips. I've
just those clips. Like,
it's
made my year.
Like, just in general, the video recording from the Switch, you know, is a lot of stuff has actually come out of it, and it's created some really unique sort of moments that you can share just on the fly really quickly.
Yeah. Oh god, we're going down the video game route, bros.
We are going down the video game route, but just you know, I'm talking about more the social aspect.
Yeah, okay.
You know, it's created a buzz around single-player games and stuff this year, which has been great. I know that a lot of people don't utilize it, but if you find something funny, you really should. Like, capturing the last 30 seconds of something could mean a lot.
Yeah.
You know, you see weird stuff, like the video I was watching earlier today of a guy blocking a Lionel with the Master Cycle Zero, and then somehow jumping off the Master Cycle Zero onto the Lionel, making the Lionel glitch out, and you know,
it's one of those videos where you're just like, oh, okay, yep.
Yeah, you get a lot. Like, you look at the comments section, and they're all just like, you know, people tagging their friends and stuff, and yeah, it's good stuff.
So the podcast has been a positive aspect of 2017.
It's been one of the most positive aspects it could have been.
So we'll keep doing it.
Oh, of course,
Thank God.
You know,
I wasn't going to lose you to the anti-podcast demon. That's right.
Look, years to come, I hope.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's something we can easily do every week. Granted, we a lot of time slot for it, and it generally takes more time than what we allot for it, but
yeah.
You know, every minute's worth it, in my opinion. Especially when we can sync up and get a guest and, you know, have a damn good conversation. It's definitely satisfying. You know, I wouldn't trade it for anything. You know, it's definitely one of those things.
Yeah, because I've been listening to podcasts for years and just wanted to do you know, one between us two.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're always talking shit. We're always talking games.
Oh yeah. God, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the subject is. We're always fucking talking for a good, much longer than we probably should most days.
Yeah, well, earlier today you were going on about Donald Trump for a fair while.
Yeah. I won't go too far onto that. Jesus.
No, please don't.
No. A lot of big stuff has happened this week, but I don't want to. I don't want to fall too far into that either.
No, please don't.
But yeah, no, I don't want to have an hour-long conversation about stuff like net neutrality and it's a whole mess.
All right, Bryce, I'm going to quickly go off this topic.
Go.
And no, I'm just making it seem like the podcast is loading or something. If they're listening to it in the car, so what the hell's wrong with this damn thing?
All right, cool.
But we'll talk about liquor. We're having some beers.
Yep.
What's your favorite types of drink?
Oh boy. So, anything that has an additional flavour to it is generally my favourite spirit.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So, you got stuff like Dubliner honeycomb. That stuff is so good.
Okay, yeah.
Nice stuff. Captain Morgan's great spiced rum.
Yeah,
I
love that stuff. Yeah.
If I'm going for a cheap 6-pack or something, I'll get some cider.
What type of cider? Like Summersby?
Well, look,
that's a bit too sweet.
Summersby is nice. It really depends what kind of a mood. I mean, I suppose. Really, like if you like, I feel like a fancy fruity ass tasting, beverage. I'll go ahead and buy like some Copperbergs or something. Yeah. Something that's a whole mixed bag of whatever.
What was that type you always bought a case of like years ago? What was it called?
Oh God!
It tasted like acid. It tasted like just straight alcohol.
Cheap and nasty.
God,
Castaway.
Castaway. It tastes like crap. It tasted like vodka. Like
I mean, it
alcohol.
did, but it was $30 a case. It was super cheap.
Was it strong though?
Oh, I'd get through a case and I'd be stuffed.
Yeah,
like
you get through a case.
Quite stuffed.
A case to yourself, or?
Oh, I mean, I'm going to reveal my worst liquor story I've ever had. My worst drinking.
Okay, yeah, this is a good
situation I ever had. All right, so I was celebrating the fact that after me and my partner had some complications with having a child at first, that I was finally going to have a daughter, and it was, fantastic. Everybody was sort of busy at the time, and I just wanted to have a drink that day. So I invited one friend over. I said, right, stuff it. We'll go buy a case of Castaways, and we'll just drink that, because while it's cheap and nasty, it's alcohol.
Ugh.
Okay? So, my friend got through about a 6-pack. I'd already bought a 6-pack prior to that day to just sort of drink through the day a little bit.
Casual nip,
Casual nip.
Yeah, casual nip.
Sort of thing.
Yep.
So he was like, yep, all right, no worries. I'm done with my 6.
Is this Jason?
No, it was Barry.
Okay.
And I'm like, he's like, right, I'm done with my 6. Jason wouldn't stop drinking. Are you kidding? Anyway, he's like, all right, I'm done with my 6. All right, I need to go home. No problem. So I walked him home. He had 6. I had about 14 at that point.
Oh.
So, and in pretty quick succession, there was only within about 2.5 hours, maybe, which is enough.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah. The thing is that like I don't get hit easily.
No.
At all. Like as a big fella.
Yeah.
Obviously, it takes a while for me to feel that alcohol really hitting me.
See, if I had drunk a case, I'd be dead. I've never gone through a case in my life.
Okay, well,
like in one day, yeah.
Essentially, what happened was, I walked him home, and I was, getting there, sort of thing. But I was not satisfied that I was done. So walked him home. Got halfway home, copper pulled over. He's like, "You all right, mate?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was just walking a mate home." And he's just like, good man, good job. I'm like, yeah, too easy.
Drunk.
He's like, he's like, "Do you need a lift?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm just around the corner. It's fine." General good exchange between a citizen and a copper. And I got home. I jumped on, played some Final Fantasy 14. Talked with some people online, and I just kept drinking. Right. Eventually, I ran out, and I was pretty done. But I was not done.
Not done enough.
So my friend had left behind a bottle of Chivas Regal.
Oh, yeah, that'll do you. That'll get you done.
18 year.
Oh, nice.
18 year. It was about $120. Right, and he'd left it at my house for so long.
Did he mean to?
Oh, he's just like, I'll just collect it whenever I remember it. Okay, so
But drunk Bryce DeWitt.
he said try it. He said, I'm leaving it here. Make sure you try it. Okay. So after a case of cider, I decided to go up to that bottle, which was on my shelf, take it out from its little cloth green emerald bag.
Yeah.
Pull it out, sniffed it. Ooh, that smelt good. Poured myself a couple cups of that. And when I was done by about the third or fourth one, and the mix was like quite bad. It was like 75ml mixes.
Yeah.
I ended up getting to the end of a raid with all these people on Discord or TeamSpeak or whatever we were using at the time.
I love how you just play online MMO. It's just absolutely sloshed.
Oh well, you know, I just wanted to talk to people.
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
No.
It's funny.
I just wanted to talk to people and be an abrasive idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I? So I got to the end of a raid, halfway through the boss. I was like, man, that has just hit me, and I feel god awful. I'm like, guys, I need to jump and go to the toilet. I'm gonna finish this boss first.
Yeah.
Beat the boss. I'm like, right, I'll be right back. I start running towards through the diner, and I hear from my headset all the way across the other side of the diner, wait, roll on the loot first. So I'm like, fuck. I run back to the computer, roll on the loot, run back to the toilet, and then I pass out in front of the toilet for half an hour, wake up, go back to my computer, say, right, I'm going to go have a bath. This is like 5 a.m. in the morning. Go run myself a bath, jump in the bath, think, oh, that feels so good. Fall asleep in the bath till 8 o'clock in the morning.
Did you wake up a bit cold or what?
Yeah, a bit chilly.
Yeah, a bit chilly. Yeah.
Bit chilly. Yeah. It was probably the worst I've ever been drinking. And that was after a case of cider. It was about maybe 22 ciders.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a good...
Guess it would be 24, will it? Unless you... Yeah.
Oh, well,
Gave your mate some.
You know, Barry had a couple out of it, and I used some from my 6-pack that day.
Yeah.
So even out about 22-ish, had about 225 mils of whiskey, and I was gone. You know,
that'll do it.
And my liver was destroyed for about 3 days, but I'll tell you, it's the only time I've ever been so drunk I can't do anything.
Yeah. My
liver was killing me from the inside. I'm surprised I didn't have alcohol poisoning in the morning. Let's put it that way.
Man.
But I will, unless I'm really desperate, I'll never go back to that cider ever again.
Yeah.
Absolutely killed me. I'm surprised I can drink cider at all. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can probably drink good cider.
Well,
or just like not. Yeah.
I mean, okay, when you've got the option, when you're somebody that doesn't have a lot of money and you just want to get drunk.
Yeah. No, I get that.
You know,
I'll probably go for like a. I don't know. Would you go for like a cheap vodka or something?
Oh, no. I think cheap vodka's worse for you.
Oh, yeah. It's probably worse for
Absolutely.
you. It's just
the cheapest vodka you can get in a shop, in a shop, by any standards, is a brand called Ruskov.
Oh, yeah.
And that stuff is nasty.
Yeah, no.
It's really nasty. Cheap vodka, and it's good for making stuff like shots, maybe. You can put it in a punch.
Yeah.
It's fine in there, because you hardly taste it.
Yeah.
Right? But drinking that, just mixing it with soft drink, not fun. It just tastes like petroleum.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
It smells like it too.
But
I bet it runs your car if you put it.
Yeah, probably. You know, the good old potato peel liquid. Because that's how they used to make it in prison.
Yeah. Worth it.
What about you? What's your worst drunk moment then?
I've had a couple.
Absolute ditch.
The one that comes to mind is just out of high school. We used to, my friend Jacob and I, we used to buy a bottle of vodka. We used to share it, and we just used to shot it. We didn't used to mix it or anything. So we used to play Super Smash Bros. And there'll be a group of people there. There might be 6 people or whatever it might be.
Of course.
And we play a game of Smash Bros. No items. You know, whatever rules we did. And whoever won and whoever lost had to do a shot.
Fun.
And the time was like, it was only like 2 lives or 3 lives or something, so it was quite quick. Mm-hmm. So we're doing it, and because I was better at Smash Bros than a lot of A lot of those guys, because a lot of them didn't really play it much.
Yeah.
So
fair enough.
I was winning, and I was just doing shots every time. And we used to do Sky vodka, so like a blue bottle.
Yeah. Yep.
And one day they were just out of that, so we got a Smirnoff bottle.
Oh.
And Smirnoff does not go down quite as nice as this Sky one. So,
right.
So we make do. We're good. So we go out, and this is. I think back to this. I think, why do we just smash down vodka?
Because
to save money, and just we didn't buy one casual beer. Didn't get anything. While we're out, save money because you're young and
right.
you want to save money.
Yeah, that's it.
But it's just think back. Just buy a beer, man. You don't have to. You don't have to buy. You don't have to just smash that. But anyway, I had soccer the next day, and I slept over at his place, and I got up in the morning and said, I've got to go to the toilet. Walked. No, it's not going to go where you think it is. I went to the toilet, and just as I went through the door, I passed out, and I fell down, and my arm went through their toilet roll holder. And I just woke up, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, what happened?" And I just passed out, and I just got like this wood everywhere. I'm like, "Oh shit!" And I had to leave to go to soccer about 3:00, and that would have been 10:00 in the morning then. So I couldn't leave. His parents didn't want me to leave until
it was time for that.
Until it was time for that. So
which is fair.
I rocked up as late as I could possibly be without missing it. So I ran straight onto soccer without having a warm up, without doing anything. And I just, after a night like that and passing out in the morning, and that did not feel well.
No, you would have felt bad.
I felt my heart was just going doof, doof, doof. Felt rubbish. I think we actually went really well that game too. I think we got like a goal and stuff.
It's the power of the vodka.
It's the power of the vodka.
The vodka did it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good old Russian ingenuity. Or Polish, or depending on what you believe, I guess.
Yeah.
Vodka has really
what
weird...
What vodka god do you believe in? It's all up in the air.
No, well, vodka has a really weird history. A lot of like the Polish claim they made it, and then the Russians claim they made it. It's such a weird...
I don't drink it anymore, vodka.
No, neither do I.
No,
like unless it's in shots or a punch. No,
No. Yeah, that's right.
It's probably the worst thing you can drink in my opinion. Yeah. It's the worst thing. Or pre-mixed cans like UDL maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But if you're buying a bottle of vodka just to drink with soft drink and you're not doing anything with it, it's probably, there's so many better things that you could buy and enjoy, in my opinion.
Oh, you touched on it before, but Captain Morgan's become one of my favourite things to drink.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm not sure what it is about spiced rum, but it's really nice.
Yeah. It's quite easy to drink.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, it's also not imitatable, but spiced rum is also one of those things that you could do really cheap and it still probably tastes right.
There's so many brands.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Captain Morgan, Sailor Jerry's, Kraken.
Yeah.
I haven't even really tried the other ones, but
yeah, but they're all, the ones you have tried are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Like spice rum is pretty consistent across the board. I think the cheapest bottle of spice rum I ever bought was about $25, and that's only because the brand was no longer selling. Yeah. It's called Admiral Nelson, and I miss Admiral Nelson so much.
Because it's cheap, because it
was cheap and it tastes fine.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't quite Captain Morgan, but it was getting there.
It's getting there.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like when you think about how you spend like, I don't know, maybe about $50 on a 700ml of Morgs.
Yeah.
The bottle of Admiral Nelson had cost me about $30.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. And it wasn't quite the same, but it was almost there. And it tasted fine.
It's like the cans at the pub of Captain Morgan.
Yeah.
They sell them for $12 each.
Yeah.
Could you drink those for $12 each?
Boy,
no. And people buy them. They don't care.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
If they're out for a night to get drunk, they put their bank account to the side and don't really care.
No, they don't. But I don't know why they would do that, because it's probably cheaper to just get one made up for you.
Yeah. Well, how much is it? It's like $8 to get one made up.
$8 to get one made up.
And how much alcohol is in a can? Is it like how much of Captain Morgan's would be in that can?
About the same.
About similar? Yeah.
Yeah, about 30 ml. Have to be.
No. The cans taste pretty good. They taste more like vanilla Coke.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
Then it's just like a mix where you can actually taste the alcohol.
They do, but if you want to sacrifice $4 and you get a free drink after every two you buy, you might as well just mix one.
Exactly, yeah.
You know?
Or better yet, just drink at home like a sad person.
I mean, yeah, we've had plenty of experiences in our youth with too much alcohol.
Yeah, I think most people have.
Well,
see, it's also something. I was just thinking about this. Like, we're doing a Nintendo podcast. How many minors are listening to this?
oh, who would know?
Who would know?
Who would know?
If you're not 18 in Australia or 21 in America, don't drink. Just save it all up to when it's legal, then get absolutely sloshed.
Yeah,
Just get absolutely hammered on your birthday.
I mean, I will admit that's probably one of the more common mistakes I made as a kid.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, as soon as I was 18, alcohol was great. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I had left it a little bit longer, probably would have had a lot more money to put on other stuff.
See, I never really started drinking until I was 18, and even then we did, like late school, we were doing the friggin' half a bottle of vodka each to not go and buy beers. But
yeah,
it's a lot more fun if you just go out and buy some beers or some drinks. Just do that.
Yeah, or even if it's just like what we're doing, casual drinks with a friend, or
yeah.
There's no point just drinking at home alone, doing nothing.
Oh no.
You know, it's quite boring doing it that way.
Yeah.
The whole point, I feel, is to go out, have a good time, and be silly. You know, that's pretty much the definition of it all.
Yeah. Oh, these beers are going down the road.
Yeah.
So you're not really a beer man necessarily.
No, I'm a cider person.
But I bring Carlton Dry over, and you just have to drink it because that's what you got.
Yeah, but I think also working in a pub, I think, like I said to you earlier today, like, these are going down fine today. And I'm not a beer person.
See, is that because you spill a bit in your hand and like absorbs into your skin? You're like, oh, it's like you're slowly getting used to it.
Oh no, I just think like I'm getting used to the smell and all that stuff. Not that beer ever smelt bad, but just I don't present myself around beer that much, if you know what I mean. You know, I don't go out and willingly buy beer to drink beer.
Yeah, fair enough.
So a lot of people have to develop a taste for beer, obviously, because beer can be, so variant.
Yeah. Well, I remember not liking beer when I was probably even 18.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you because we started off on UDLs because I know you drank them, so I just started drinking UDLs.
Yep. And
I couldn't do UDLs now because it's so sweet and it's just it's like a bloody soft drink.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an easy drunk night. UDLs.
Yeah. What was the flavour? Green apple.
Green apple. Yeah.
Green apple. That was quite tasty.
It was so good. Yeah.
And like, unlike the raspberry flavour or the cola flavour or whatever, you couldn't actually get that just as a soft drink.
No. Yeah.
So that was alright. Yeah. But just getting raspberry with vodka. So,
yeah.
What am I, 12? Come on, guys.
Yeah. See, the thing is like when I was sort of just hitting into like 16, 17, whatever. We used to sell Red Bears.
Oh god, yeah.
At BWS. Those were a thing for a while.
Are they any good compared to UDLs? I never really had them.
Not really.
Because we had them at the pub in the Bottle-O, and nobody bought them.
No,
like we had to slowly put them into the fridges for like $4 each.
If you have to choose between a UDL and a Red Bear, you would pick the UDL.
Probably because people don't know what Red Bear is.
Well, the thing is that I before that I stopped getting shifts at the local BWS. Somebody had actually come in and asked for Red Bear. They're like, "Do you sell cases of Red Bear here?" I'm like, "I have not heard that name since I was like 16." Does Red Bear even exist anymore?
It's like, are you looking for a present for your 12-year-old's birthday party? What is wrong with you?
Red Bear, what the
yeah, that's weird.
Oh, it was so strange. And like,
if anybody out there drinks Red Bear, write in, let us know if it's any good. I guess, I don't know.
I just remember the raspberry just kind of, it tasted pretty putrid.
Didn't the UDL taste pretty putrid too, the raspberry? Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
It tasted like, it didn't taste sweet in like the aftertaste. It was like, I don't know, I can't even remember really, but.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like, I can't even put a finger on it. The aftertaste was like, I don't know. It wasn't good going up, going down, wherever it went. I'm not. Up, down, wherever it went. Up, down, wherever it went. I don't know. put regular raspberry with my. Like if I go to a pub and I want like a a vodka or something, like I don't put raspberry with it, or if I want to.
Well, you don't get raspberry. I mean, you don't get vodka. Sorry.
Well,
so what would you put with a vodka or? Yeah, I guess a white spirit. What would you put with that?
Like a Bacardi or whatever.
Well, it's Coke, lemonade, I guess for
lemonade or Coke.
Yeah,
both are fine options.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think raspberry is too much. It's going to sound really stupid, but it's almost too much of a kid's drink because it's super sweet.
No, I don't know.
And like,
it's pink. It's for girls. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm joking. Fuck. Whoa.
God damn it. No, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's too. There's something about it. It's just too sweet. It's too much.
Okay.
Whereas with, I don't know, cola or lemonade, it's not as sweet.
No.
I feel like they put just extra sugar in the raspberry. They're just like,
Yeah, but the extra sweetness might be too bad if it gets rid of the taste of the vodka.
It never does, though.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of the taste of vodka with raspberry. I'm not sure what it is. It just doesn't work. You know, I mean, if you're a vodka enthusiast and you love your vodka and you go buy a nice bottle of vodka, you know, you're probably going to try and drink it straight anyway. Like most people that buy expensive alcohol, they're like, well, I need to try it straight.
One thing I actually do want to get into is like making proper cocktails. I mean, like, getting a taste for proper cocktails with like big blocks of ice, and I'd like to bring that into the pub. Actually, that would be quite good.
I want to. This is really simplistic, but like I want to get like I want to start like a shelf and just like, you know, slowly develop one.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
and you know, get like you can get ice cube trays that you can get like make balls of ice, which is how you're traditionally supposed to serve. You know, hard liquor.
I'd like a big cube. That's what I would want.
Oh yeah. And I mean, there's you can find them things on the internet.
Yeah.
At work for a while, you know, we had molds for them. If you bought like a bottle of Maker's Mark or something like that, you got like a free ice cube tray that made like ice spheres, I suppose. You know, and
develop our tastes a bit more now. We're getting older.
Oh well. Yeah.
La-di-da, we're not on the vodka or...
No longer.
Yes.
Gosh. We're old.
Yeah, we get old. We're like early 20s. We're old.
I don't know. It feels like such a... feels like such a jump, like at the moment. I don't know what it is.
I remember we actually mentioned something like that on an earlier podcast. Like, I said something about, we're so old. And I said, well, someone who's actually a fair bit older than us, they're going to make them feel even older. And someone actually, one of my friend Buddy, who I met through this like RTX Sydney, he actually said I was one of the older people who's just like makes him feel old.
Jesus Christ,
because he's just in his early 30s.
Yeah, right.
So like even early 30s, that's not that old. But once you're actually there, I think it feels a lot more.
Yeah,
like
probably.
saying you're 24. 24 is not an old age, but actually being 24, you're like, oh my god, I'm 24. I'm not 18 or 16 anymore.
Yeah, look, you're not as spry as you were, and you're not as active, and you're just like...
Not as active? You're 24.
Yeah, still wouldn't say like.
Oh, I'm getting old.
You think about when
retiring
you go
soon, Bryce.
You think about when you go to school or something like that, and you have like a PE class, and like you make time to do that or whatever, and I don't know.
Did you do a PE class?
I did a lot of after-school sport, like through the years, and I don't even bother with it anymore. Like,
oh yeah, it's getting too hard.
No, I just think I got too much on.
Yeah, well, you got a kid. That's a lot. Yeah.
You know, it doesn't seem like a lot. In hindsight, like obviously, I don't work a ton at the moment, and you know that obviously. But with a kid around, like there's always a new adventure around the corner. Yeah. You know, and not to mention, like, the way that me and my partner operate is she's a night shift worker by choice. She loves night shift work. And then, like, I'll work around whatever her job is at because she earns quite a bit of money doing it, obviously. So, you know, I've got the kid most of the day. I would have to find someone to look after her, or, you know, an example of to what, like, we're doing tomorrow. We're going out for our work do. and I've got to have my mother look after my child, and she really shouldn't be because she's got back issues, but she reckons she can take it on. So I said, all right, well, I'll leave it in your hands, and just make sure you don't do anything silly, and I kind of just got to work around what's going on.
Yeah. So every little small thing you do, you've got to like plan ahead.
I've got to keep the child into consideration.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Course,
like,
of course.
it's definitely the big thing. My partner works early on in the week, and I work end of the weeks now, and I don't know, it's like trying to find the time in to do something like that is harder.
Yeah,
especially nowadays.
Just at the point of my life, I couldn't think of anything worse than having a kid right now.
You think?
Oh, I think so. Not literally nothing worse. I'm not saying nothing worse. I'm just saying like...
You think it would interfere with a lot of things? Or?
Yeah, like I've got a lot of things I want to do and...
I understand that, I guess.
Stuff, yeah.
I think at the same time a lot of people misconceive that because like I do and I've spoken about this with my partner before. Feels like I didn't give myself enough time to be myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go off and do things that I probably should have been doing at this age, traveling, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the end of all those thoughts and stuff like that, I got to remember that I have that little girl who is just... She comes out with something new each day, and it's a whole completely brand new experience, and she loves me to death.
Yeah.
And, it's damn good raising a child.
Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love watching you guys. It's like it's beautiful to watch like you and your
absolutely.
daughter. Yeah.
I just think that like the thing is there's never really a great time to have a child.
No, that's what I've heard too. But.
Because like if you do it when you're younger, it's like, well, then you're probably going to miss out on a couple things when you get early on. But at the same time, if you have them when you're 30, 35, 40, you're going to be stuck with them till you're 60. Do you know what I mean? And at that point,
have them early, get them out early.
No. God, this made me sound awful. But like, it doesn't matter because it's only a 10-year gap between like being a good, like a time where you have no time for yourself when you're younger or having, no time when you're older or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you hit retirement and geez.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole, there's no real optimal time. The best thing you can do is start traveling when you anywhere between 18 and 21. Go for a couple years or whatever. Do whatever you're gonna do with your traveling. Come back and then settle down and have a child before you get too far into your 30s. And just hope that's the way it goes. Because the track I'm on now is the day my daughter turns 18 is the day before I turn 40.
Oh yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? Just thinking. So you think you're old now? You're 24, and you think to like when you've got a daughter who can look after herself. Essentially, you're going to be 40.
Yeah, I'm going to be just hitting 40.
Jesus,
just hitting 40, and she's going to be 18. Like that's crazy to think about.
Oh God!
But the way time is spaced out, we're going to have an 18th birthday and a 40th birthday in the same week.
Who's going to be the
hers.
The most reckless for you?
Yeah.
You'll be the dad. Ooh.
Like the thing is I'm gonna let her enjoy her time. Obviously, she's gonna do her own thing.
She might not want an 18th birthday.
And she might not even. You never know. I suppose. Like,
she's only 2. You got a wilder plan.
I don't have to plan anything. Hopefully, at least not yet. I'm hoping that she'll do it and she not ask for a limo, please. I need that kind of...
You got to raise her not to expect a limo.
Well, for a second there, I almost thought you said razor, and I imagine her riding to a pub in a razor scooter, so we'll go with that.
I found my razor scooter the other day, actually.
Jesus God.
We used to get around them down the beach. Because you don't have a car, you don't have that, so you just get in your razor scooter and you go down the street.
Yeah. Good old razor scooter.
Actually, just back to it's like it's never too early. It's never too early to have a kid, or it's never the right time. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just feel like if I had one right now, I feel like there's more I can learn, because I feel like the more I can learn and be the person I want to be, the more I can sort of teach the kid and pass on to them. Otherwise, it's going to be like, yeah, how do you do this, or what's this? And I'll be like, oh, I don't know.
But I mean, how good of a role model am I by that perspective? I'm not a fantastic role model.
You're a good role model.
Yeah, I mean, am I? Like, I did drop out of school early, and I did do a couple of silly things that kind of landed me in a position where, like, you know, finding a job is a lot harder and stuff like that. And, you know,
yeah,
when it comes down to life experience, I mean, we're different people in that perspective. You know, you have no trouble holding a bank account. I do, because I'm not working. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that does come down to my fault, because I didn't do the right thing and focus on my life first.
Yep.
I was a reckless teenager and I did silly things, and that's just the way it turned out. So I'm not exactly a fantastic role model, but if there's one thing about me that I'm very confident in, it's that I feel like I'm a decent human being. At least.
You are a decent human being. I can vouch for that.
Okay, there you go.
You're a wonderful, kind, beautiful human being, Bryce.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. And I feel like that's the important thing to pass on.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, and same could be said about you. You are a wonderful human being, and I think you have a lot of qualities you could pass on to a child as well.
I might be still trying to be a decent human being. so yeah.
Honestly, no, you're fine. I'm not saying that means you should go out and have children right now. That is absolutely what you should do.
No.
You can
God, no.
You can have children when you're ready, but like, you know, what I'm trying to say is don't doubt yourself. You know,
I'm not doubting myself necessarily. I'm just
Well, you are kind of just a little bit, because you wouldn't be questioning it otherwise whether you were ready to have them or not. You know, you sort of doubting yourself a little in your mind. You're just like, I feel like I could bring more to a child if I have some more time.
Some more life experience, I think, is just what I was thinking. But
yeah, well, that's the thing. That is still doubting yourself in your current state. You're saying that, like, down the line, I'll probably be more prepared to do it and pass on what I know, you know? But I feel like you'd have a lot to pass on now, and it's, you know, a growing experience where you're still taking your own life experiences, and you can freshly pass them on to your child. Whereas if you're like 40 and you have a kid, you've lived most of your life, you pass all this information down to them at once.
Yeah.
But
40's
40
like,
stretch.
Just like in my head, I think what I feel's a good time is probably late 20s.
Yeah.
I think. Like my mum and dad had me when they were about 35.
Yeah, right.
So they're just about to hit their 60s next year. Mum's a year later, so that'll be the next year. But yeah, so that's not...
Have to keep them in mind. Gonna have grandchildren for them.
God, no. Mum and dad aren't necessarily like plucky in that aspect where it's like, oh, we want grandchildren. It's like, God.
I think your mum would love it though. I think your mum would love.
Oh well, she'll love it when
you're ready
and happy. If I have them, so oh God, Mum.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
I've fertilised something. She'll be like, oh dear.
Fertilise something.
Something.
Oh dear.
It's a horrible way to talk about my significant other.
You did that to yourself.
No, I love you, babe. It's all right.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I don't know. My only advice to that, I guess, is just, you know, be yourself. That's the best you can ever do for a kid, as long as you know yourself is not like an absolutely awful person. You know, if you've got a good heart, then that's the thing you need to give to your kid, and hopefully they'll work the rest out. Because in the end, you're not going to be like, whatever life experience you teach them might not even work out for them anyway. Yeah, that's just the way it is. Yeah, that's kids.
Yeah, that's kids.
Well, you know.
You want to start a kids podcast, Bryce?
Kids podcast, Jesus.
For kids or about kids?
You know, it'd probably be like just from this snippet, it would probably, you know, probably wouldn't get any better than just having a meaningful conversation.
So we're just talking about alcohol and stuff before. Probably not for kids.
Well, no. It's alright to talk about having children. That's like, I'm not saying like explaining the process. Like. And mommy and daddy loved each other very, you know.
And the ovaries open.
Oh. And the egg goes down the tube. Jesus. Yeah. You haven't even gone through that beer yet.
Where are you? Oh shit, you're on another one. All right.
I'm on a second. You better go. You better finish off, boy.
Keep the audience entertained while I get this finished and I'll pick up the other beer.
All right. Now, God, he's going at it. The boy, he's finished.
Yeah, well,
shit.
I get distracted.
You do get distracted, yeah. But oh well. Here, my boy. Here's your second beer. You can have your second beer.
Thank you.
I've got port after this because I'm a gross person.
Yeah.
Who enjoys my Portello?
What do you got? Sacred Hill.
Good boy. Yeah, De Bortoli.
Ah,
It's really nice actually.
That's what we've got on the house wine at the pub.
Yeah. De Bortoli. Yeah.
Is it any different in the bottle? It's the same stuff.
It's about the same stuff.
No.
But like that's port obviously, so
Yeah.
you know, I can't say I've ever seen port in a cask ever.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Would it taste awful? Is my question.
Oh no, I'm not a port drinker, so I couldn't say.
I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. Port's heavy stuff.
Yeah.
God, it's like syrup almost. Good thing to put it with lemonade, I suppose.
So, do we have any more topics?
Yeah, I mean, how far are we through this episode? 50 minutes?
Yeah.
I think we can find another topic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've talked about the podcast.
Talk about the podcast.
We've talked about
alcohol.
Briefly about video games. We talked about alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about fatherhood and all that stuff. So,
what about if we go back to video games? Even though we said we weren't going to do that, but what other consoles or whatever do you enjoy apart from Nintendo?
All right, yeah,
or PC and stuff.
That's probably a good idea. So, as I've pointed out before, and as Drew himself pointed out before, both of us own the market at the moment, which is PS4, Xbox, Switch, PC.
PS4?
Drew, that's what I said.
Okay, that's cool.
I did. I said PS4.
That's wonderful.
I didn't forget your baby.
That's right. All right.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. I'm good to go.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
All right. Cool. So the thing is that like primarily as a Nintendo podcast, you'd be like, oh, you're biased, and you probably only focus on one console. And to a degree, that's correct, but that's only because I use PC primarily.
Mm-hmm.
Most of my time spent gaming is on PC. Like, I love my Switch, but obviously, with the catalog it's got, I've got so much time I can invest in that. I have a lot of never-ending games on PC.
There's a lot of games on PC?
Yeah, and a lot of never-ending games.
Yeah.
So, competitive games or MMOs or... Sorry, had to burp. Competitive games, MMOs, etc. And I sink so many hours into them. I could probably log into my Final Fantasy right now and tell you I have about 375 days of active account time.
Holy moly.
So that's logged in.
Yeah.
And that's over 4 or 5 years now. That's a lot of time.
Yes, it is.
And that's in comparison to like how much I've spent on my Switch. I've spent maybe about 600 hours on my Switch in total, across a whole bunch of games.
Yeah.
What I generally play on PC is exactly pretty much what I said before. I used to play a fair chunk of Overwatch, which I don't at the moment, which is unfortunate to a degree. I've been playing a lot of PUBG lately, despite my spiked hatred for some of it. And I'm never going to touch it on Xbox, because I don't know if you saw any of the Xbox gameplay. But
I didn't see the gameplay, I just heard about it, yeah.
It is awful.
Yeah.
God awful.
Hopefully they improve it, but...
It'll be a long time. And... yeah, I jumped between Rainbow Six, PUBG, Final Fantasy... what else? Jeez. Something else I'm thinking of, but it just can't. I don't know. I've forgotten it. It's gone.
You obviously love the game.
Well, Obviously, it's just like a time waster. Like,
Yeah.
the thing is like a lot of like competitive shooters and stuff on PC essentially are that, you know, on consoles as well. But yeah, they're time wasters because like you can spend as much time in it or whatever. There's no true progression unless you're playing like the ranked mode or whatever.
Yeah.
And your ranked mode, you're completely stunted by your improvement. So you could be playing for hours and hours and hours and hours and on end, but if you aren't determined to improve, you're never going to go up in rank anyway. So,
yeah,
you know, what's the point, sort of thing. Most of my single player experiences are limited to the Switch, which is fine because I love Nintendo's titles, and most of them are played pretty well single player, obviously. And
do a fair bit of couch co-op though on Nintendo stuff.
Well, yeah.
Not so much for the Switch just yet, but you will when Smash Bros comes out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But like in the current state, like I've been playing a lot of Xenoblade, and I'm getting close to the finale, and at that point I'll talk about it a little bit more on the show starting next year or whatever, because I feel like it's a game that gets criticized a lot early but isn't fully reviewed until later.
Yeah.
I don't know. I watch a lot of Twitch streamers nowadays just to sort of get like, I'm trying to get back into the mentality of doing everything with a stream again.
Yeah.
I lost it there for a bit, and especially during, you know, Mum going through what she went through with her operation and everything, I'm sort of lost it.
Yeah.
But I'll bring it back as time goes on. I'm just trying to look
sometime next year.
Yeah. Early next year I'll try and get back into it again. But you know, and obviously as I do when I'm flicking through Twitch, people are always playing the newest craze and all that stuff. And you know, Xenoblade got criticized a lot pretty early for its like slow gameplay and stuff like that. But it picks up later on, and I'll sort of go into it a little bit later on, but without too many spoilers, of course. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, like I do turn my PS4 and my Xbox on the occasion. The main reason I own the PS4 is because I was kind of like, I kind of need a next gen console because my PC is not very good. Not very good in terms of like power. I run most of the games I play on PC on, you know, low, anywhere between low to high depending the game. And I don't mind that because I'm not a graphics nut. Like I can play anything.
Yeah.
I can play anything at low standard and be happy. But I needed a next gen console because I feel like, you know, at least to a degree it delivers what it advertises. You know what I mean? Unless like a game comes out and it's absolutely
I've noticed like
garbage.
There's a few games you bought on your PC, you're like, oh yeah, it doesn't run that very well, so you just end up buying it on it.
Oh, that
PS4
happens.
Anyway.
That happens. But I think that's mainly with stuff that I think deserves the attention, i.e. Nier, for example, because Nier was an incredible game this year as well. But I bought it on PC and the PC port was just awful. And I bought it on PS4 so I could play it, and it's been fantastic.
You bought it, so I've got to buy another copy so I can play it.
Well, it was $30 brand new. So I'm, you know, that's the time I go, right, I need to give this attention. You know, not go out there and go $90. Here you go. Yeah, you know what I mean. That's the type of thing. And I feel like on that note, the PlayStation's been good. Okay, so I've also got the Xbox there. The Xbox, I feel, has become a lot more of a solid console since it was first released. Like I feel like they've improved a lot of stuff, and they've got like some neat stuff going on, like Game Pass and stuff like that. But my problem with the Xbox at the moment is my lack of interest to play any exclusives on it.
Yeah, same.
Which is a massive problem because a lot of these games I could be playing on my PS4.
I bought Xbox One a few years ago because of the exclusives. I think it was 2015. Like they had like a killer year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like, all right, I want to get an Xbox, and I absolutely love Forza Horizon 2 and 3.
Yep.
I feel justified for buying it for that because I played the shit out of those games.
Oh, absolutely.
And like absolutely loved it. Probably one of the best racing games out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, just nothing else has grabbed my attention. And this year for Xbox has been
awful.
Awful.
It has been awful.
And it's just been, the face has been rubbed in the mud just from how excellent both PlayStation and Nintendo's
are doing at the moment. And it's really upsetting too because I do feel like it it's becoming a solid platform. After all the drama that went through it and stuff like that, it's finally come around. I was a 360 fan, and I did not buy an Xbox One at launch because I was not satisfied with the direction they were going.
The one of thousands. Yeah.
But now that it's where it's at, I feel like it's become a really solid console. One main reason I'm very happy with, I'm satisfied with my purchase, is backwards compatibility. Because I've still got all the games that I bought digitally from my 360 pretty much on there if I ever want to play them. The backwards compatibility library is only expanding as time goes on. So yeah,
all that stuff's awesome.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah,
but
because you can buy one and just have Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold.
Yeah.
So you're paying $200 and whatever a year, and you're getting free games.
Yeah, but that's it. You're paying a ton of games for...
if you don't care about the latest stuff.
No.
Which on Xbox,
I feel like that's the strongest point of the Xbox right now. I feel like they did that because they realized how much this year pretty much sucks for them.
Yeah.
There's not a lot going on the Xbox and stuff like that, and they were like, well, we've got the Xbox One X and we've got nothing to go with it.
Yeah. Well, everyone's making a big deal out of PUBG for the Xbox, but yeah.
Like, my issues with PUBG are a little bit stemming because I enjoy the game quite a lot, but I feel like Bluehole or PUBG Corp are not putting the attention in the game that it deserves, and instead are putting their assets into other things. Like, for some reason, PUBG is getting a mobile game.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
If it's not optimized to run on a friggin' Xbox or a PC at a good rate, then why are you making a mobile version of the game? Like, why waste the resources?
Apart from just the audience and money, why are you making a mobile port in general?
And the esports and everything like that. Like, the game is just, there's a new update that is coming out, I think, on the 20th of December. Too close to Christmas, which sucks. But I've been playing that on the test servers, and it's fine. It runs better on my PC than the current patch does.
Yep.
On the normal game.
That's good.
Which is fantastic. It's a step in the right direction. But if anybody's caught up with the news as of recently with the release on Xbox, there's almost no point buying it if you're not playing on Xbox One X. And even then, it's really difficult to control. Makes no sense 90% of the time. Watching firefights on Xbox PUBG on YouTube is damn hilarious.
Apparently, like, the whole idea of like, the strategies are different. Like, you just hop in the car and you can basically not be shot.
Oh, yeah. The thing is like, it runs like arse on a normal Xbox, so that's almost impossible. So anybody playing it's got an Xbox One X is, pretty much the only safe guarantee. The issue with PUBG on the console is that on PC your movements are so versatile, and that's not just through shooting people or whatever as well, but inventory management. You can be extremely versatile with your inventory management. You can open up your menu and you can switch one scope with another gun to another gun in a matter of like half a second if you're fast enough. And you can turn from like a long range engagement to a short range engagement so quickly on PC that it's a completely different game almost. It's way faster. On Xbox, it's a really convoluted menu system and stuff like that. And like, unless you own an Xbox One, this is pretty much the major release for this year.
It is the major release for this year,
and it's not performing. Surprise, surprise! Like,
it's performing. You mean like sales wise?
Well,
they just like cracked 1 million.
No,
on Xbox alone.
I mean, like
technically.
Technically,
yeah.
It's not. It shouldn't run as bad as it is on the normal Xbox One. It looks awful and it plays like crap.
Yeah, it shouldn't, but it's in preview, so I guess
the
whatever.
Full release is December 20. That's what they've marked as the full release
on PC though.
Yeah, but still, that patch is still not quite good enough. Coming from somebody that plays like a fair amount of PUBG, I've played like 180 hours or something.
Jesus Christ.
That's a fair bit of PUBG.
No shit.
That's a lot of PUBG. But like, coming from somebody that's played that many hours of PUBG, like, and
I didn't realise you played it that much.
I enjoy it. I think, like, despite its flaws, it has a good direction it's going in. Unfortunately, though, I'm very angry that the developers aren't putting the money where their mouth is.
Yeah.
Like, they're actually working on the game. They're spending more money on esports and shit before it's even ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, just, like, the 1.0 update, which is supposed to be the full release for the game on PC, is just not complete.
Yeah.
Like, it's running better than it ever was, for sure. But, like, I have a medium range system. It's not the highest of specs ever and stuff like that, or whatever the hell. But the game doesn't exactly look like fucking Wolfenstein 2, for example. Because, like, I bought Wolfenstein 2, for example, on my PC. Sure, it runs like shit in some areas and whatever. But it looks damn pretty. And it looks really nice. And despite the fact it runs like crap in certain areas, some areas it runs at like 80 frames a second just fine.
Yeah.
And I've got, like, a GTX 950 in my computer with a mid-range processor from like 5 years ago. And it still runs pretty decent for a 2017 game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? PUBG does not look anything like that. There's more shit to load in the world, which is...
It's an indie game, bro.
It's a completely different... You know, I understand there's big differences there. But when your game doesn't run on as well as it should on most machines that it's been bought for, it should be the priority to fix the game first.
Yeah.
But with the Xbox, that's been the, you know, tracking off that. PUBG is the only big release for it this year, and it's not performing on most of their console base.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, like, the Xbox has had a really bad year. And that's unfortunate. You know, I'd like to spend more time on my Xbox and play more Xbox games. But nothing's interesting. You know?
Yeah. What about Halo Wars? Big Halo Wars
I don't care, and I don't think many people do.
Mm.
A lot of people were really excited for Halo Wars. I'm not a big strategy fan, but a lot of people are like, yeah, Halo Wars 2, or, you know, this is going to be awesome. I don't think many people have cared.
No.
Hasn't really succeeded that well. It's unfortunate, again.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
Hopefully they rebound next year.
It's been a rough year, for them at least. You know?
So, you call yourself a PC gamer. You like your PC. You like your gigabytes and your floppy disks in your computer.
Yeah.
I mainly play on the PS4.
Yes, you do.
I do. Yes.
Your PS4?
My PS4.
That's correct.
Do you say it in the Borat accent or?
PS4.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it just PS4?
PS4, either one.
You don't care. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably why PlayStation's my pick is because of the exclusives and how they're so different to what you'd get on a Nintendo platform, obviously.
Right.
They're usually a lot more serious and a lot more, I wouldn't say grounded necessarily, but stuff like Uncharted, Infamous, games like that. I really enjoy those games.
Yep.
And I just feel like that's, yeah.
You just feel like it's the strongest platform for you.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is that, like, I agree that PlayStation is probably, like, disregarding the Switch as the strongest platform this year. There's a lot of good stuff coming out on it.
Oh, it's heaps.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's one of the places too where you get all your Japanese games, you get your Sony games, you get your third party games.
Well, yeah.
Like you could quite easily just have a PlayStation and just.
I just want Sony to break out though from their current funk of we don't want to cooperate. Do you know what I mean?
Cross network, yeah.
With cross network, cross play, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I want them to break out of that really badly because I feel like that it could be the strongest. It could be the strongest console in the market with zero complaints. You know what I mean? Like if they join in on the fun, then that'd be great. You know, I bought Rocket League today on the Switch because it was cheaper because of the sales, and
yeah,
you know, I can play with a whole bunch of people, not just whoever's playing on the Switch at the time, which that's damn cool. And the same goes with like Minecraft. If I ever decide to buy Minecraft for whatever reason, I feel like I've already had my time with it. But you know, I just wish that PlayStation would just stop trying to ride it like they know they're ahead.
They definitely know they're ahead.
They know they're ahead, and like they know they're ahead, but at the same time, it's like, we had a conversation with a coworker the other night, and she said, "Well, my son wants an Xbox now
Because his friends are on it, yeah.
because his friends are on it, right? You know what I mean? Now that wouldn't be an issue if PlayStation had the cross-platform.
That's actually a brilliant point. He wouldn't even want to buy an Xbox.
You wouldn't have to for like a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because in the future, if they all cooperated, and I know it would take time, and it wouldn't work for everything, but if they just cooperated, then stuff like Call of Duty and all that stuff that kid might want to play would be able to do that, no matter the console, and that'd be damn good. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what way you look at it. If they bite the bullet and just say, "Fine, we'll do it," then it'd be done. It'd be fixed. We'd never have this console war argument ever again. I mean, we still would, I guess.
Yeah, we would. Yeah.
You know, apparently you get a lot of people that are on like,
Kotaku.
No, I think there was like, it was Rocket League. I think how like PC players or Xbox players or something like that were just like, no, don't want to play with these people.
Fortnite? Wasn't that?
No, this was like ages ago now.
Okay. Oh.
People weren't happy with console players playing. PC players weren't happy playing with console players or something like that because they saw them as lower tier or PS4 players with PC. Yeah. Some stupid crap like that. Like that's always going to happen. It doesn't matter what way you look at it. But like the fact that like, you know, that kid could be playing Rocket League or something nice with his pals right now. If PlayStation just bit the bullet, he would not have to consider buying an Xbox and potentially selling his PS4.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's a good point, yeah.
Because she did say, she's like, oh, he's almost wanting to sell his PS4 because he's got nobody to play with.
Because it seems like they're only looking at it from the perspective of this person has an Xbox and they want to play with the PS4 friends, so they've got to buy a PS4. Mm-hmm. They're not thinking about it from the opposite side where their friends have Xboxes and they've got a PS4.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And, you know, if he could keep his PS4 and then he'd be buying PlayStation games and he'd still be playing with his friends on Xbox, but he wouldn't have to.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, no matter what way they look at it, they're losing practical revenue from it. Like if they bit the bullet and just did the same thing as everyone else, would be right.
But yeah, I like PlayStation. Yep.
I like PlayStation as well, but I just feel like I need to.
Do you feel like if you had another friend who was like super into PC gaming like you, would you be doing a PC gaming podcast?
Not really.
Not really?
No.
No.
I feel like the thing is the difference between talking about something like Nintendo and talking something about like PC is that Nintendo obviously delivers something that a lot of other companies, you know, at least
don't and can't.
Yeah. You know, at least can't deliver the same kind of experience.
Yeah.
And the thing is PC is such a free market.
Yeah, it's not just one company saying, here's the box, yeah.
Yeah, and here's the first-party games. There's no such thing.
No.
There's no such thing as a first-party game on PC.
No.
That doesn't exist. You know what I mean? There might have been one, like, back in the day somewhere, like, fucking Minesweeper. Yay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? First-party game.
What would it be? Would it be like Microsoft's on Windows 10? Would that be a first-party game for PC?
God.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's as far as it goes, though. So, like, talking about games on PC is basically really a much more subjective issue.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like,
just broad gaming, just third-party games and
super
indie games.
broad.
And,
you would have to talk about what is the most relevant game on Steam charts at the time.
PUBG for the
pretty successful.
whole year.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You know.
Because I feel like I could do a PlayStation one if I had a super passionate PlayStation fan.
That's the thing too. You know, that's the thing is that PlayStation have their own first-party studio.
Yeah, their own atmosphere, their own fans, yeah. But, yeah, I definitely feel more passionate about Nintendo games.
Well, yeah, definitely.
We both do, and that's why we're doing a Nintendo podcast.
Yeah, I think it's really important that Nintendo moves ahead with the same thing that they've been doing for years, and just keep on doing what they're doing, because again, that experience is, the reason why I keep playing them.
Yeah.
I friggin' love Nintendo, and I couldn't say that any more than 500 times during this podcast. But
we weren't going to bring up Nintendo at all. We're still...
Well, I mean, it still trickles in, right? Like, it is something that we talk about.
It's just a part of us.
It is.
Really.
Yeah. It is. It's kind of crazy. And I mean, like, with all the other subjects that we've talked, like, it's good to sort of seep some in there somewhere.
Yeah.
God, I mean, I've gone ahead and talked about fatherhood and everything. And the time I got so bad, drunk, like, it's real odd time this time of year. Yeah. It's just, there's not a lot going on, but I still feel like talking.
There's heaps going on.
Well, outside of Christmas, like, what are we going to do? Make a top 5 of things we want for Christmas? We're 24. Top 5 things we want for Christmas. Number 1, the things we bought earlier on in the month.
Well, what do you want for Christmas, Bryce? What's your number 1 thing?
I have nothing I want for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm a bit the same. I want to get a camera, but
that's expensive.
that is expensive.
Yeah. When you look at it, and you got to practically buy that camera for yourself.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, it's basically like my partner and I have like settled on a $50 limit each sort of thing. I've already spent 20 of that dollars.
Yeah.
The next will probably be like year two operators on Rainbow Six or something, because like I don't care about having a physical present under the tree anymore. Like if I want something, I'll go out, earn the money for it, and I'll buy it. Christmas has pretty much lost that meaning. Do you know what I mean?
It must be still a lot nicer for you than it is for me, whereas you actually have a kid.
I mean, I have a kid, yeah. But she doesn't get excited yet. She still doesn't understand.
Yeah, okay. For me, it's like literally nothing, Christmas, unfortunately. As sad as that sounds.
I don't know. It's been... Jade gets really into the Yuletide, like, greetings and stuff like that.
That's good.
She loves Christmas, but, like, she has, a bit of history where, like, Christmas was just the cheeriest time of year for her.
Yeah.
Whereas my father died around Christmas.
Yeah, good.
So Christmas has never been that great for us.
Yeah.
We're kind of just like, well, this is around the time my dad died. That's depressing.
Yeah.
The end of story. Like, not that... My dad died when I was 3 months old, so it doesn't... Like, I don't really think about it
Remember.
too much. Yeah. Like,
much,
I haven't got much to reflect on. But everybody else around me was depressed.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. Fun. I'm like, can I just have my video game present? I'll go play it and you can...
Can I have my Nintendo 64?
Oh, God, that was the best memory I've ever had of Christmas. And that's because I was so excited to get my first Nintendo. It was a damn big deal.
Well, that's similar to me as well, getting my Game Boy Advance SP for Christmas.
Yeah.
I want it so bad, and it was in a shoebox. It was wrapped up in a shoebox, so I didn't think it was a Game Boy. And like how the kids shake it to say, "Oh, what is it? What is it?" It rattled. Sounded nothing. It sounded like Lego. So
Right.
I'm like, okay, it's not a Game Boy. Open it up. It's a shoebox. Open it up. It's just a Game Boy, Pokemon Sapphire, all in a shoebox. And my mum actually put beans in like a jar in there as well to make it rattle. Bloody smart ass. Thought it was awesome though.
Go Karen.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, very well done.
Jeez.
Because if she just wrapped up the Game Boy,
you would have figured it out.
and just the Game Boy game, like the square box, it would have been obvious as anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And getting my Wii for Christmas, I actually I had a. She bought it and she put it under the bed. I didn't know this, and she was out whatever. And I was looking around the house. I was seeing if I could find my Christmas present, and under the bed I found the Wii box. I'm like, I was so excited, and like I got it out carefully, and all I wanted to do was feel the Wiimote, because the Wiimote's just this big revolutionary thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I get the Wiimote, and I take it out of the wrapping paper, like the clear plastic, really carefully, and I just hold it, and I'm pretending I'm playing Wii Sports or something, doing the tennis. I'm like, wow, this thing's awesome. And I put it back in, slip it under the bed again. I'm like, can't wait.
I can't wait.
Can't wait.
Yeah. No. When you think of it from that perspective, like, it was so much more magical when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Nowadays, buying a video game, you get more interested in actually, what the video game is going to put you through, rather than like the excitement of like, oh, it's a new Mario.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
so you should have said Mario. You should have wrapped it up, and you should have put it under the tree, and you just wait the Christmas for it.
Yeah, and then like we all get spoiled by the internet. Like that's the issue nowadays. Is like you need to pretty much get everything on release.
Yeah, could you imagine just being like, so Bryce, what do you think of Mario Kart? He's like, oh, I've wrapped it up and it's under the tree waiting.
And we can't talk about it on the podcast for the next 8 months.
8 months.
Like, Jesus, you know, you wouldn't be able to form a show off that.
Oh, you could.
No way.
Everyone's just like, oh, just you wait, Bryce. It's going to be magical. You would have to Christmas.
You would have to stay off the internet for 8 months.
Yeah.
Like, it's too hard. It's too hard, especially when your hobby is video games. It's too hard to hold off anything to the last minute.
Yeah.
Because, like, and it's been the same with, like, Star Wars, like, over this week or whatever.
Oh.
I'm not even going to get the chance to see it before Christmas. I've come to my schedule, I've looked at it, tried to fit it in, and I'm like, there's no way. I've got to go away Boxing Day after I finish work. I've got to leave.
Yeah.
And I've got too much crap to organise up until then.
Oh.
I also don't have the funds, so I'm not going to go see it. I'll have to wait until after Christmas when it's calmed down a bit. But by God, logging onto the internet every day and going, gee, I hope I don't see spoilers for that movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I haven't actually saw any myself yet, but
you know.
Have you saw the opinions on it yet? No.
I've seen that some people hate it and some people like it. That's about as much as I've heard.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not going to be able to make that judgment for myself till I watch it myself. That's if somebody doesn't spoil it for me.
They won't. Everyone on the internet is very polite. I wouldn't dare spoil it for you, Bryce.
That's a lie.
That's a damn lie.
That is a damn lie. The damn internet.
Whoa.
I kicked around a bottle.
Oh.
Whoops. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's I don't know. It does suck the joy out of buying a video game a little bit, knowing that you're gonna have to be like pretty quick on the trigger.
Yeah.
You know, getting them was kind of magical at any time. I'm not saying that happens with all games, but with popular releases, it's definitely the worst. I had the ending of Fallout 4 spoiled for me within the first 72 hours.
Jeez.
Because somebody went ahead, they went and completed it, and started making a meme out of it.
Uh-huh.
And then it became a meme, and that was the end of it. It was gone. Fallout 4 was spoiled for me. I didn't care anymore.
That sucks. After you put your...
Oh, I bought it the second day after release.
Yeah, so you put full price on it.
I put full price on it, and I really wanted to like find out what happened at the end of that story, because it was really intriguing to start with, and then they ruined it. It was done.
Damn.
Yeah, it sucked. And I understand it's not the strongest Fallout entry, but it was still a pretty damn good game. But because it was spoiled for me, I have no interest in finishing it. I'll just treat it like Skyrim and just play it like a moddable game. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that it comes to that.
Especially Star Wars, when it's a movie. It's not about the experience like a video game is. You're not actually playing it.
That's it. And you've been anticipating it for like the whole 2 years or whatever.
Because if some people tell you what happens in Star Wars, you're going to be sitting there just all right, waiting for this.
Yeah, exactly. It sucks the fun out of it.
Yeah.
The internet is a...
So that was the most exciting thing going to watch Star Wars at midnight. It's just... like, you got no idea what's going to happen.
No. Yeah. No. Nobody's even touched it.
And you almost have to do that for Star Wars, because there's going to be some asshole out there who just wants to wreck it.
Because it's been one of the biggest things, in the last... God, when was episode 4?
A while ago.
Long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Be looking at like 50 years eventually. Pretty soon.
Yeah.
But back in those days, it was only word of mouth that could travel, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's everything. It's like, God, I open up Facebook, it's like, this person dies, and you're like, no! That's not foreshadowing, by the way. I'm just,
No. You haven't seen it, so you can't.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
I can't comment on it, but like, this person dies, and it's like, no. It's like, open up Reddit, and then it's just like, oh my God, I cried when this person died, and then you're like, stop spoiling it. Kill me. Like, I just, it's... Yeah. I think the internet just needs to be damn polite and realise.
I wish you had seen Star Wars. I want to talk about it with you.
Yeah,
I need someone to talk about it with. I'm like,
I'll see it eventually.
Talk to Chantel. She came along with me, and she's like, she's complaining about the air conditioner at one stage being too cold. Just watch the movie.
Watch the Star Wars.
Yes.
Watch the Wars Star. Damn it.
Look at the lightsabers. Sorry guys. Spoilers for the lightsabers.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh dear.
Oh no.
I don't know. Lesson to learn from this is to just please be nice.
Be nice on the internet.
Don't spoil things. Like even when I tried into, discussing like a game or something like that on the podcast, I try my hardest to tiptoe around everything.
Yeah,
because I want to talk about a game, but I don't want it to be...
give your impressions, make it seem if it's worth picking up for other people.
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't want to step on anyone's toes by saying, "Oh, this happened."
Yeah,
that sucks. I feel like also there's a limit to spoilers. I had like one guy I was talking in Discord with a bunch of people. I know.
Stop it.
I was talking to a bunch of people in Discord, and there was this one guy that's just like, it has been 6 months since the Switch release. I have not played Breath of the Wild yet, and I'm avoiding any spoilers possible. Right?
Oh God.
And he was so against spoilers that like it was like, oh, when you get on your horse, you can like do this or something. And then he's like, no, and then he disconnected from the channel. I'm like, it's been 6 months since Zelda's out.
Well, the thing about Zelda as well, it's so hard to spoil.
Yeah.
There's that much in the game.
Some people treat spoilers differently, though. They're like, I don't want to know the names of Link's pet ant. Or, okay. And then it's just like, that's a spoiler enough in itself, knowing he has a pet ant.
It's like when people say, like, oh, this isn't a spoiler because it's at the start of the game. It's like, I haven't started the game yet.
Yeah, sort of thing.
It's like this. It's not a spoiler because it's the opening cutscene, but, this guy dies and this does this. And I'm like, well, that is the start of the game. I pay the money to enjoy that at the start. So,
yeah, exactly.
Let's give us a warning before.
Like, the thing is like, something like that is fine. No, well, it's not fine. But you, like, at least it's not like the end of it.
It's acceptable, yeah.
It's to a degree, it's like, oh, well, I'll
need to know the setup,
could have just showed that myself,
in the game.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, like what happened with the Xenoblade Direct, it was kind of like, why did you do that? What was the point of that? You could have just let me experience it myself. But, like, for example, if somebody was to come up to me and like, they're just like, there's this funny town named something or other in this game and whatever, and then you're just like, spoiler alert, I didn't want to know the town name. It's like, you didn't want to know the town name.
It's Kakariko Village, okay.
Yeah, it's like Kakariko Village, and it's like, oh my God, I didn't want to know that there was a Kakariko Village in the game. That's a spoiler.
Oh my God, there's a Zelda game with a Kakariko Village. Kilby.
Like, that's where it goes too far. Where it goes too far. Like, you got to be reasonable in the fact that, like, if people are trying to tell you something about just like the game,
yeah,
like,
it's not like in the middle this happens or this pivotal plot point. Or
yeah, if they're just like, oh, you can do something funny in Kakariko Village that has no relevance or anything like that.
Are there many people where it's like, I don't want spoilers for what characters you unlock and say something like Smash Bros? I think we were like that even. Were we like that, trying to avoid spoilers?
No, I just wanted announcements.
Yeah, we just wanted to know what was in it.
We just wanted to know what was in it, but we wanted official confirmation because that stuff is all out in the open for people to view. There's no reason to consider it a spoiler. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Because they announced, like, well, they didn't announce, but it leaked through the 3DS version, early streamers having it, but like Duck Hunt Duo and
oh yeah,
all that were in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I want official announcements for that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I would rather learn that from an official announcement than I would be like, oh, people's just send me a 3GP,
grainy ass picture of
grainy ass video of the duck hunt dog.
You're like, cool, but you want like a big CG thing, like
big CG and like 1080p video, something that like gives that guys of like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Because that was big for us. Think about the Mega Man reveal for Smash. That was huge.
That actually did get spoiled for me.
Yeah, but it was huge. You got it spoiled for you in the last 3 seconds of.
Yeah, because our friend's stream was like 10 seconds ahead of ours, and he's like, "Oh my god, Mega Man!" I'm like,
and he checked his phone at that point.
and I'm just like, "God damn it!" When they started playing Mega Man, I knew it was Mega Man,
And that was a mistake. But think about how big like the Mega Man announcement in itself was.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or Cloud getting announced.
And then that was odd, wasn't it?
It was odd, but that was massive.
Yeah.
You know, that's the kind of thing I don't want. What I don't want spoiled. You know what I mean? That's massive.
Yeah.
You know, getting one of the most iconic characters in video gaming in Smash when he's not even relevant to A, the console, or B, the company in general. Like, that was big. That was like, whoa, holy shit.
They've had Final Fantasy games on Nintendo consoles.
Not
that
Final
one.
Fantasy VII. Not
No,
Final Fantasy VII.
not that one.
And they're all completely different games, despite the fact their name.
Yeah.
You know, there's the only thing that ties them together are Chocobos and Moogles.
Yeah, because Cloud's like such an iconic PlayStation character.
Yeah.
It's just,
That's why it was such a big thing.
let's just go Crash Bandicoot and Nathan Drake while you're at it. Just
I love that. And it's like Crash League for Smash, and then somebody's just like drawn like a really shitty picture of Crash Bandicoot and just goes on their screen.
Yeah, that's
like,
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, hopefully Crash will be in the Switch port.
All right. Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Smash Bandicoot.
Smash Bandicoot.
All right. I think we're at about 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah. Would you like to wrap up the show?
I would like to wrap up the show.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us tonight or today or this evening, wherever you listen to the podcast. Yeah. I'm going to break the wall, Bryce. It's night time at the moment.
It is. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to wish all of you guys a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and if you're listening to this after the fact of those, I hope you had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yep.
And if you didn't, well, hope your next one's good.
Yeah. And while we're giving out Jolly Tides, I'd like to thank everyone on behalf of us.
Yes.
That tunes into the show every week, or even just listens every now and then. You know, for supporting us just through your listens. You know what I mean? It's been such a big year for us starting up this podcast, and we've met a lot of unique people and, you know, a lot of fresh faces that, you know, we didn't think we'd ever talk to in our lives, sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, this has been a platform for something where, like, we can get the opinions of people that are not just ourselves, and, you know, we can create discussion and talk about things and deliver our opinions, and people seem to enjoy it, at least to a degree, which is
to a degree.
Fantastic, considering my opinion is probably shit taste.
Whoa. You have a wonderful taste, Bryce. Exquisite. Okay. Seasoned beautifully.
Where's the lamb sort? Memes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
My point is, thanks for being the people that, you know, drive us to make a serious point in it. We think about when we're going to do it every week, and if we miss a week, we don't feel good about it. We want to keep a consistent basis. And one day there will be a day where we can, you know, keep up a consistent weekly schedule and all that stuff. But for this year,
when we don't have to earn money, when we're at such a happy point in our lives, we're like, let's not work and we'll just record podcasts.
But like from that perspective, I'm glad that, like, with all the ups and downs that happened this year, with me disappearing, for example, or, you know, just missing a couple weeks for no reason or stuff like that, I'm glad that there's a whole bunch of you out there that, you know, had the attention to give even after, you know, not delivering a consistent schedule. So
we've been pretty good though, for the most part.
We've been pretty decent
for the most part. Been alright.
But yeah, overall, just thank you from both of us for being the best.
Yeah,
to be completely honest,
it's been so much fun. I love doing it every week.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll be back in 2018 with more of the House of Mario. We'll be not straight away, but we'll be back bigger and stronger. We're working on some things for first quarter of next year when I've moved into my new house and got an area set up. We can maybe do some video and stuff like that for YouTube, and it should be good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All
right. Until then, guys, have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next year.
Yeah, we'll see you next year. Also...
Oh, God. What do you want?
No specific jukebox this week, but I think we should probably end it on a high note.
Okay. I wasn't going to do one, but what have we got?
Jump Up Superstar. Let's end it with that for
All
the
right,
year.
Let's go.
Biggest song of the year for Nintendo fans.
Absolutely.
So it's Jump Up Superstar for the ending song this week, guys. Hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you next year.
Yeah, see ya.
Here we go, off the rails. Don't you know it's time to race?